If you're joining, please give a thumbs up. If you're joining, give a thumbs up. I'll start teaching once I see like 5 thumbs up. I'll start teaching once we have the 5 thumbs up. So if you're joining, please tap on that screen and share. Share the live so others can come and join us and learn. So I'll start teaching once we are all active. Start teaching once we are all active. So let's go. So joining, give a thumbs up. I'll start teaching right away. Give a thumbs up. Teaching once we have 5 thumbs up. So just do out on the screen and also share. Teaching once we get up to 5 thumbs up, 5 likes. So let me see your likes coming. Let me see the likes coming. I want to teach you how to do your risk calculation even before you take any trade. I'm going to teach you how to do your risk calculation before you take any entry. So give a thumbs up if you're just joining. Thumbs up if you're joining. Give a like. Give a like if you're joining. I'll start teaching once we have 5 likes. So if you're joining, you're welcome. Give a thumbs up if you're just joining. Thumbs up if you're joining. I'll start teaching once we get more active. So if you're joining, give a tap and share. Like and share if you're joining. I will start teaching once we are active. I'll start teaching in 2 minutes time. So if you're joining and you're new, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Okay, I think we should go straight to okay. So here we are. We'll start with a mini standard. So if you're just joining, you're welcome. I'm going to be teaching you how to calculate your risk and your reward, and how you can do that peacefully without having to stress yourself. I'm going to be teaching you all of that. So if you're new, you're welcome. Make sure you're subscribed. Give a thumbs up to this live session and also share. Please do well to share. Your share is going to help a whole lot of persons. Look at the top right. You see that subscribe button, tap on it. You see that like button, and just keep tapping on it. The more you tap, the more you get more active. So let's get active, and I'll start teaching right away. I'll start teaching right away. So let's get all active. Let's go. If you're just joining, you're welcome. I want to see one thumbs up, one, at least one, and I start teaching. At least one. Okay, while waiting, most persons or most beginner traders take trade without proper risk management. And that thing we call risk management is what makes one person profitable and the other struggling. So if you are not good with risk management, then you should know that you're going to be having serious issues with trade holding. So that is exactly what I want to bring to your knowledge. Okay, so for instance, we will do this over and over. For those that want to trade gold now, you can go ahead and buy gold currently, for instance. So now, if we have a 1K account, I always advise you don't go to gold with a small equity. I always advise you don't go to gold with a small equity. That has always been my advice. If you're joining, make sure you're subscribing. So if you took your entry probably at this point here and you have your SL somewhere here, I'm giving you an example. And let's just put that parameter first. And you're expecting to get out at the next high, which is somewhere around here, right? So now looking at this, you're going to see that you have already here, you have your entry, you have your potential loss, which is called the SL, and you also have your potential take profit, your profit target. So here you can see if this market isn't going our way, the risking is 48 USD out of 8,000. Okay. The only thing we are risking is 48. Please, if you're joining, let me see you give a thumbs up. Let me see your likes. And also do well to drop in the comment section your questions and tell me where you're streaming from. Drop in the comment section your questions and tell me where you're streaming from. Very important, so that you can help me know when I'm coming live next to know my audience to target on. Okay. So let me know where you're streaming from. So now let's go. Now, if you check, you're going to see here we have our entry just at that point, which is here. So at that point, you have your entry there. We have our potential take profit here. So if, for instance, this market isn't going our way, we are risking just 40 USD. Okay, our risk on this trade is just 40 USD. You can see it, 40 USD, just 40, right? So if it's not going our way, it's 40. Even currently where the market is now, we're already about 44 in profit, right? So if probably this trade doesn't go your way, you're only risking 40 USD. Only 40 USD. But if it comes to your TP, your target potential profit is 245, right? 245. So mind you, this is good. Just this small move has given you 245 pips. 245 pips movement, this small move, right? So what this means is that you can calculate your SL and your TP even before you take the trade. You can calculate your SL and your TP before you take a trade. So if you don't know how to do that, that's exactly what I'm teaching you. So let's start this off. You're taking it off now. So if, for instance, you're doing a standard lot, let's say you're doing a standard lot. I will take all the lot size today. So let's say you're doing a standard lot size. And that on that standard lot, mind you, you need to know that for one standard lot, 1 pip is 10 USD or 12 for gold. So let's say you took your entry around your buy around here, and you have your SL just below the previous low. Yeah, mind you, we are assuming. So what you know is, if you have taken your entry, let's say you're looking at there, for instance, let me put this down like this. Now, this is where you want to take your entry here, just here. That is your buy. So for you to know what your potential loss will be, should this market not go in your direction, what is my potential? What am I risking on this trade? What is my risk on this trade? Is just come here on this same trade. If you have the trade running, or you want to know before you take the trade, you just come, take your, you see this place, say SL here, this one here, you tap on it. Once you tap on it, you take it to where you want to set your SL range. For me, I want to put it somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around there. That is where I want to put my SL, just there. So now we modify. Okay. Now sorry, I'll bring this back. Now you can see the SL there tells us that if this market doesn't go our way, what we're risking is just 450 USD, 455, you can see it there, right? 455 USD if it doesn't go our way. Out of, let's say you have 5K, that is the only thing you're risking. Okay, now let's come to a smaller lot. Before I go to a smaller lot, let's look at the potential take profit rather. So if it goes against you, 450, I think that should be it. Okay, that should be it. Now we already have our SL set. That's already our SL set. So now we are targeting our profit around somewhere around this up here, around here. So what do? We also tap on this, our trade, the blue one. Then you come to this place, you have TP here. You see where I'm tapping? You tap on it. You want to set your TP around this high, previous high. Now you can see that your potential profit is about 2,550. So we'll set it. So you can see your risk per trade is 450 roughly, if I'm not okay. Yeah, 440 something. But your potential profit is 552. So you already know your risk. Even before you take the trade, you already know what you're risking per trade. You already know. This is a standard lot. Before the end of the session, please, if you can hear me, I need someone to say yes in the comment section. Are you serious? Not even one like, not even the thumbs up. I need you guys, everybody get active. For those that just joined, I'm giving out a 1,000 funded account. I do this when I come live on TikTok, and this is first time I'm doing it on YouTube also. So if you want to be the one to go home with that 1K funded account, be my most active streamer today. Be my most active. Tap, share, comment, and let me get to see you active. I'm giving out a 1,000 funded account. 1K. Some persons have gotten it. Some persons passed their own yesterday, and they sent me the result. I will share it to you guys so that you can see. I will teach you guys one strategy soon. So everyone get active. Get active. So if you have a question, drop it in the comment section. As I said, the 1K funding account is going to be my most active streamer today. Is that you're tapping, you're sharing, you're gifting, you're commenting, just be more active, and you're going with 1K funding account. So let's go ahead. Now, this is a standard account. Let me go to a smaller account so that everybody can cope. Mind you, I already told you guys to take your buy on gold. For those that joined me during the beginning of the live, I already told you to take a buy on gold. And please note that where I put that TP is not your target. I'm using that for an instance. Your first TP should be around the zone, that high zone there. Okay, around somewhere around here. That should be your first TP around here. Fine. If it continues, if the market continues, then you can still hold. Okay, so here we go. Now, as I was saying, if you have, for instance, you have let me go to a smaller time frame where you can see, okay, good. If you have, let's say you're trading smaller lot, and let's come with 0.01, which is the least lot size. Now, you have 100 USD. Mind you, gold can go minus 300 with 0.01. For those of you that don't know, gold is now too volatile, 5,000 plus. So it goes minus 300 plus 300 at 0.01. So don't joke with 0.01 on gold. Don't dare you joke with it. 0.01 on gold is not what you want to joke. Previously, we see 0.01 as nothing. But on gold now, 0.01 can give you minus 500. I tell you. Yeah. So now let's go straight up. Please, if you can hear me, just say yes before I continue. I need someone to say yes in the comment section. I'm not seeing you guys active on the screen. I'm not seeing the thumbs up. I'm not seeing the like. I'm not seeing the share. Let me see the likes. Let me see the share. Now, you have a 0.01 on gold. And let's say you took your buy at this point to confirm that the market is going up, right? You took your buy from there. Let's just say we are taking a buy from there. Okay, I see yes. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I see the likes. Thank you. Yeah. So now let's say you're taking your buy from this point here. You're taking your buy from this point. Now, you want to know what the potential risk is. I will assume you're not taking this buy yet, though. So let me take this off so I can do it the way you understand. You want to take your buy at this point here. You want to know what your potential risk is. Or you want to risk, let's say, 10 USD. You come to the SL here, you move it to this point. At this point here, you're risking just 5.40 USD. Just 5 USD. Just 5 USD. Out of your 100 USD. Right? So you can know what your potential risk is before you take the trade. You cannot come and blow the account if you do this. If you do this, you can't. You can't. I'm repeating, I said you can't. Okay? If you know what you're risking before you take a trade, how would you now open your total equity? How would you open your total equity? Are we together? So, if you have a 100 USD and you want to do gold, you cannot joke with risk management. You cannot joke with risk management. So, for instance, now you're taking a buy at this point. Your potential loss for each of the other trade will be like 5 USD, as you can see. Okay? Then it is left for you. Now you can see your take profit target at this point. If that is where you're targeting your profit, is 24. You can see how simple this is. Can you see that? So where you're taking your entry, you know it. What you're risking on each of these trade, you know it. And your potential profit, you know it. If you know all of this, then what would be the challenge? Please give a thumbs up and drop your questions in the comment section. Let me see your questions in the comment section. And also tell me where you're streaming from, please. I need to know. If you're joining, make sure you subscribe and tell me where you're streaming from. Tell me where you're streaming from. If you're joining, subscribe and tell me where you are streaming from. So now for 0.01, you can see that your potential loss. Why we call it potential? Because if you really know what you're doing, the market doesn't go to your SL. Definitely, the market start going up. But a beginner trader will always want to chase the candle. Always want to chase the candle. Yes. I see someone say yes. I don't know. Let me know where you're streaming from. Just tell me your location. I'm not seeing thumbs up. I'm not seeing the likes. I'm not seeing the likes. Should I stop the class until I start seeing it? I'm not seeing the likes. I'm not seeing the likes. I need to see at least 10. So if you're joining, look at your right there. You see that like button. Just give it up. Say hi. Yeah. Please, your comments is just flashing. Your comments are flashing. If you drop a comment, drop it again. Tell me where you're streaming from. Then I continue the class. Okay, so you can see for 100 USD and you're trading 0.01 and you're taking this entry from this point, your potential Lagos. Okay, wow, Lagos. Welcome, 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 welcome. If you are in Lagos, to drop your location so that you can connect with each other. The reason for dropping your location is so that you can connect with someone around you because you need a trading friend. I repeat this. If you are in Lagos or wherever, Kenya, wow. Who else is in Kenya? Drop your location, Lagos. Oh, so you're alone. Drop your location so that others can connect with you. I'm not seeing one like, not one thumbs up. Guys, what's happening? Give me that thumbs up. That tells me that you're learning. So here you can see that you have your risk here is just 5 USD and your potential profit is 24, right? On a 0.01. On a 0.01, you can see your risk is 5 USD. So let's say you want to do 0.02. I'll change it to 0.02. Williams, welcome, Williams. Where are you streaming from, Williams? Now, if you're doing 0.02 lot, you can see your SL from here is just 10 USD. That is what you're risking, 10 USD. Or your profit is roughly 50. Let's see. Yeah, that should be like 50. Oh, sorry. Now let's take that again. Let's see your entries here. That's where you want to enter. Mind you, thank you for the thumbs up. I saw someone give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do more of that. Everyone, just keep tapping on your screen and share. Now, this is where you want to take your entry, right? And you want to know what you're risking if you're trading 0.02. Okay, please drop your account in the comment section so I can know the best lot size to recommend for you. Drop your account size in the comment section so I can recommend the best lot size for you. So let's go. So at this point here, you can see that you want to take your entry here using a 0.02 micro lot. And you want to risk not more than 10 USD or 15 USD. So here you come, you tap on the SL. Okay. So you put it, you shift it to wherever your target is. Now, around here, this is 10 USD. And I put it there. Now, that means you can see now my SL is just 10 USD. So if the market isn't going my way, the only thing I'm risking, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. More thumbs up, Nigeria. Thank you. Drop your location so that others can know where you're streaming from. Drop your location and tell me, drop your questions too. So you can see, yeah, you already know what you're risking on that your 100 or 200 USD account. You can see you're risking just 10 USD. You can see it's 10 USD. In case this market isn't going your way, the only thing you're risking is 10 USD, just 10. Now, if your profit target is around this high, let's come and check our potential profit. So you tap on this TP again, you see it here. Let's take it up here to this high. So you can see that your potential profit is about 53, while you're risking just 10. So can you see that you have 400% profit? Okay, this is 1:4. Can you see? About 1:4, right? So you already know Nigeria. Okay. You already know what your potential risk is on that trade, right? So imagine you're doing 0.03. Let's take a fresh entry. Okay. Now, let's say you want to do 0.05, sorry. Now, mind you, you cannot do 0.05 on a 100 USD account for gold now. Now, you can't do that. It is not healthy. You cannot do 0.05 for a 100 USD account on gold now. It is not healthy. Now, I'm trying to tell you, The best lot you can do for 100 USD is 0.01, max is 0.02. 0.01, max is 0.02. That 0.02 is high risk. 0.01 is moderate because that's the least you can do. Yes. So on your 100 USD, 100 to 150, the max you should do is 0.01. I repeat, the max you should do is 0.01. 0.01. Now, if you have 200 and above, that is when you can advance to 0.02. Still at that, 0.02 is still high on gold. Mind you, remember we did 0.02 and we had let's come to 0.02. If you're taking your entry from this point around here, your risk here is about 10 USD, thereabout. But I can't see how. You cannot see how what? That's what I'm calculating now. That's what I'm calculating now. Can you see the calculation now? Can you see the calculation now? Tell me if you can see the calculation now so I can continue. Can you see the calculation now? No? I'm sharing my screen. Is there any other person that can see my screen? Is there anybody that can see my screen? If you can see my screen, just say yes. If you can see my screen, please say yes. Let me be sure that we are together. If you can see my screen, just tell me yes. Tell me the SL we have on the screen. How much is our SL? If you can see my screen, please tell me yes. Tell me yes in the comment section. Anyone that can see my screen, say yes so that I can continue. I need to be sure you are with me. I need you to indicate that you can see the screen before I continue. Someone tell me yes if you can see the screen. I need to see the yes. I need to see the yes. If you can see the screen, just say yes. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. If you can see my screen, say yes. Please say yes so that I can continue. I won't continue if I'm not sure you can see my screen. Someone just said he's not seeing. I don't know why. I don't know why. Is there anyone that can see my screen or you can hear me? What's happening? Okay, let me switch and check. Let me switch and check. Let me switch and check if you can see my screen. I'm not getting the response. I'm not getting the response. Okay, someone said yes now. Okay. Okay, someone said yes now. Okay. Someone said yes now. What two are you using for the SL? Is MT5. It's MT5. So if you come to the live, you see this like button here. See this like button here? Just tap on it. Tap on it. Just keep tapping on it like this. This is what I want to do for me. Okay, once you join, you come to this point, tap on this. Okay, so I believe you can see the screen now. I believe you can see it now. Okay, so no, I need a response before I continue. Tell me you can see it now. I'm using the MT5, MetaTrader 5. That is the tool I'm using for this calculation. For those persons asking, what I'm using is called MT5, MetaTrader 5. Tell me you can see it, then I can continue. I'm waiting for your response before I continue. 0.02 buy at this point, for instance. Now, so I said if you are on a you're on a 200 USD account, then you can go with 0.02. Okay. If you're on a 100 USD account, you can go with 0.02. 0.02 lot is an affordable lot you can try on 0.02, though is even a moderate risk because that is still high. I told you 0.02 now can do you minus 300 on gold. Gold is now volatile, very volatile. So imagine you're doing 0.02. You see here, you're risking 5% of the account. 5%, 0.02, 1 pip is 20 USD. So you can see now that you're getting minus 10 if it goes negative. Now this is like 5% of your account for the trade. Okay. Now your potential profit target while you're risking this 10 USD can be around 40, 50, or 60 or thereabout. Shall I bring this down? Now you can see we have about 53. You can see that is our potential profit on a 200 USD account, right? Yes. So you can comfortably see that even before you take this trade, you already know your potential loss. So it is not possible to get taken out or sorry, to liquidate that account if you know your potential SL for that trade. So you need to know how to calculate this before you take the entry. That's exactly my point. You need to know how to calculate this before you take that entry. Most of the times, most of you have good setup. Some of you are even good with technical analysis. But the problem is you don't even know when to take the entry. You don't know what your risk of per trade will be. You don't know what you're expecting. So if you don't know that, you might find yourself at the middle of nowhere when the market starts going against you. So you just need to know what your entry is. It is from your entry that your risk calculation will be well defined. I repeat, it is from your entry that your risk calculation will be well defined because that is where you know what your risk from your entry. You now know the level to place your SL. Because if you take entry at a further place, your SL can be placed in, there are 3 ways we place SL. There are 3 places or 3 ways we place SL. 1, place SL based on structures. Structures, when I mean structures, I'm talking about support and resistance zones. These are the places we place stop losses. 1, around the support and around the resistance zone. If you're joining, I said I'm giving out a 1K funded account, 1,000 USD funded account. So if you want to get that account, make sure you are very active. At the right, you see that love icon. Tap on it. Just keep tapping on it and share. Just be active. The more you tap, the more you share, the more you're active. Just be active and you can find yourself as my top streamer today and you get or you go home with the 1K funded account. And make sure you're subscribed. That is a must. So now there are 3 major ways we place our SL. One is based on structures. When I mean structures, I'm talking about support and resistance zone areas. Support and resistance areas. So for instance, now we have this trade here. This is a support area. This is a support area. This is a resistance area. Okay. So now you put your SL based on the resistance. If you check, we have a trend line there too, and we have that support there. So this SL is placed based on support and resistance. Based on support and resistance. That is one. Two, we place them based on cap risks to reward ratio. What I mean by your cap risk to reward ratio, that means that, for instance, you have a 200 USD account. You want to say for each of these trade, I'm risking just say 5 USD or 10 USD or thereabout. So wherever that your SL range falls, it doesn't concern you. You only want to risk so amount. So whether it falls in the structure, outside of the structure, in the range, or wherever, you just want to take that entry based on where your risk and appetite for that trade is. Okay, that is how you want to take the trade. For instance, you have a 1K USD account and you're trading less than 0.10 mini lots, right? So you can target your 10 mini lot based on what you want to risk. So I want to risk just 10 USD or 20 USD or 50 USD. That is where you now go place your SL based on your risk according to your trading plan, right? You place it according to your trading plan. The next one is by your pips or point levels. Your pips or point level. Okay, some persons say for all of my trade, I will be my risk is just only 10 pips for SL, or 30 pips for SL, or 20 pips for SL, right? So each trader have their own risk management pattern or strategy. So the third one is your risk pips range or point. Your point or pips range. What this means is some persons can say, okay, each trade I take, my risk will be only 10 pips, only 15 pips, only 30 pips, only 20 pips. So now you will not set your SL based on the pips range, not minding your entry structure, your entry zone, your entry point. Right? I repeat it again. We have three ways we set our SL. One is around the support and resistance area. Support and resistance area. Support and resistance area. Two, as I said, is according to our cap risk to reward ratio. According to your cap risk to reward ratio. Just that risk to reward ratio cap means you have a 100 USD. You can say for each trade I'm taking, I'm risking 5 USD or 3 USD or thereabout. So you will just set, okay, why I say this, let me do this so you can also see how this works, which is why I'm here today. Please, if you're enjoying this class or if you're just new, make sure you subscribe and tell me in the comment section, say yes, I want to see your thumbs up. I'm not seeing thumbs up here, guys. I'm not seeing your likes. I'm not seeing the share. I don't know what's happening. I want to believe you're learning. I want to believe you're learning. So if you're not learning, then it's okay. But I believe you're learning. You're getting value here. So give me that thumbs up. Let me see you appreciate the live session. So now, as I said, we have three major ways we place our stop loss. Now, I talk about one is around support and resistance. Support and resistance. So let's say you're taking a sell trade, for instance. At this point here, you're taking a sell trade here. Now you know that here, this up here is a support, a resistance point. So you put your stop loss above the resistance there. Your entry is here. So you put your stop loss above the resistance there, right? So this one is you are taking your trade based on support and resistance area. That is the reason why you take your trade. So you already cap your stop loss. You already cap it. So whatever the market wants to do, you have no worries, right? So that structure, that zone is where you're looking at. So if the market takes out that support or resistance, then I'm out of the trade. I'm off. I have no business again. That is exactly what you want to do. If it comes and takes out your support or resistance, you are out of the trade. This is one trading, having their SL around their support or resistance zone. That is one place you place your stop loss. The next one, as I said, is your potential risk to reward. Put your potential risk to reward. Okay, your potential risk to reward, calculated or capped risks to reward. If you're new, make sure you follow, you subscribe. I'm giving out a 1,000 funded account, 1,000 US funded account, 1K funded account. So make sure you're active and stick to the end of the live stream so you can qualify for the funded account. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you're active till the end of the live stream. That is how you qualify for the funded account. Okay, let's go. So now the next one, as I said, is your capped risk to reward. Capped risk to reward means you have a particular target you're risking, a particular amount you're risking. Say you have a 500 USD. You can say out of this 500, each trade I'm risking 50 USD. Right? That's 10%. You can say, okay, I'm risking each trade, I'm risking 10 USD. Right? That is 10 USD for each trade. That is 2%. So if that's your scenario, let's say you're taking a sell, for instance. Let's say you're taking a sell and your sell is somewhere around here. That's where you're taking your sell from there. Now you're risking, you say you want to risk 10 USD. Let's say you have 500 USD account and you're risking just 10 USD. Then your SL will be based on your amount. Let's say this is it. That's it. Now you can see you put your stop loss exactly where your 10 USD SL range would be. Okay. So this means that no matter what is happening, this is if the market doesn't go your way, the only thing that leaves your trading account is 10 USD. The only thing that leaves your account is 10 USD. 10 USD. Are we together? Are you following? Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. I need to see more thumbs up. If you're joining, welcome. Do all to tap and share. Let me make sure, and let me be sure I'm giving you value. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'm giving out a 1K funded account. I said this earlier, 1K funded account. 1K funded account is what I'm giving out. So if you want to qualify for the account, get active and drop your location in the comment section. Drop your location in the comment section. Okay, let's go ahead. So now you can see, I'm talking about the capped-based SL. You can see this SL now is capped at 10 USD. So in other words, you're already taking this trade. If you want to take a buy, for instance, now, around this point, you took your buy somewhere around here, and you say you want to risk only 10 USD under your account, then you just put your SL and look for 10 USD. And that's it, 10 USD, and you're good. 10 USD, you're good. Now, no matter what the market is doing, you are securing that account. The only thing that leaves your account if the market goes wrong is 10 USD. Whether you have 1,000 USD or 500 or 100, the only thing you're risking is 10 USD, not the total equity. And this is where most persons get it wrong. Okay, so you should know what exactly you're risking per trade while you hold on that trade. All right? Same thing happens for your profit target. right? So the first one I said is based on the structures, support and resistance. Second one is your capped risk to reward. Like you have a particular amount you decide to risk on that account. The next one is at your PIP range, as I said. The next one is your PIP range. So say you want to take let's say you want to take a sell, for instance. Let's use the sell from here. And you want to say, I'm risking just, let's say, 20 pips. Mind you, for gold, 20 pips is like 20 pips is very, very slim. So let's say for gold, your risk minimum will be like from 30 pips because gold is very, very volatile. So this most slim, tiniest move, you might not see it, right? So please give me a thumbs up if you are joining. I need that thumbs up to tell me that I'm giving value. Also, drop your comments, comment your location in the comment section. Comment your location in the comment section. Tell me where you are streaming from. Drop your location in the comment section so that you can connect with other traders around your location. This will be very helpful to you. Very, very helpful to you. So having said this now, as I said, you already know that you are taking your SL based on pips range. You already have a capped or targeted pips you are risking per trade. So what do you do? Let's say you're risking, say, 35 pips. And your sell, let's take this from here. Your sell is here. You're risking 35 pips only. So you got to take your stop loss and you look for 35 pips. Now, this is 57 pips. That place you see point, you remove point is in hundreds of pips. So pips is tens of points. I repeat again, of point. So we have 579 points. That is 57 pips. I hope you're following. I hope so. So we are looking at 35 pips as our SL, 35 pips. So we can now come and look for 35. So here's 35 pips. So this 35 pips, you can see that is what you want to risk. So you go ahead and place your SL at that range and let the market do the hard work. So these are the three major ways we use our SL. These are the three major places we use our SL. Just these three major ways we use our SL. I said earlier, support and resistance zones, which include trend lines. Secondly, is your capped risk ratio, what you already plan to risk. The third one is your pips or point calculation. Okay. So while you're doing this, you also know that the pips, please give me a thumbs up if you are joining and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you are subscribed. I come live and I do live analysis and we trade. I do live signals and do live analysis and I drop the signals we trade together in my live session. So whether on TikTok, on YouTube, I do that. So do well to go follow on TikTok and also on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube here. So that whenever I'm live, you will be notified. Sure, you will be notified. So these are the three major ways we take our trade, right? Mind you, we have done all of this for three methods. I use the pips range, I use the support and resistance, I use the stop loss capped stop loss, which means you have a targeted stop loss range for each of your trade. That's what I did. So now, mind you, we did all of that on 0.02. Now, on the other hand, when we talk about SL, there's a lot of factors that involve when we talk about SL. The lot size you use, for all of this I've said, all of this I've mentioned, the lot size you're trading has a long way to affect all of these I've mentioned. I'll repeat it again. The lot size you're trading with has a long way to affect all of these things I just said now. Because you cannot trade with 0.01 and you trade with 0.1 and you expect the same thing. No. I'll repeat it again. You cannot trade with zero, okay, even if it's 0.05 and 0.5 lot size are not the same. They can't and can never be the same. So how do I mean? I'm going to show you right away. For most of you are having issues selecting the proper lot size for a trading account. Most of you are having issues selecting the proper lot size for your trading account. Most of you are having serious issues selecting the proper lot size for your trading account. Now, if you trade the wrong lot size, you might be very right with your analysis and everything. But if your lot size is wrong, you might get taken out and that market will still go your way. What do I mean? Even by the time you're even waiting for your SL, you're already taken out of the market. Now, let's say you want to do 0.1 lot size. Let's say 0.5. And you have a 100 USD account. You say you want to do 0.5. Listen, follow me. I want to show you how lot size can affect your trading. Now, you took your buy from this point here. You took your buy from here. And you say you want to, mind you, I said you have 200 USD, 200. And you want to put your stop loss here. Now, you can see that 0.5 is even much safe. Let's go for 0.03. Fine. You're trading 0.03 alone. You have a 200 USD trading account. 200. Now, can you see that where you put your stop loss alone is minus 288. 288. Which means if this market comes against you, even before you hit your SL, you're already out, you're liquidated. You just go home and rest. Are you with me? So imagine you're trading with a 200 USD account and you have just 96 pips. That is where your stop loss is. On a 200 USD account, you're trading 0.5 lot. You can see that even before the market gets to your SL, this is where your buy is, this is where your SL is. Before the market gets to your SL, you are already out of business. So you need to know that lot size is very, very important compared to the trade you're taking. So it's not because you have equity, you open any lot size. I've given you 3 types of stop losses we do. For all of the 3 types of stop losses we do, your lot size, the lot size you're trading on that account really, really count. The lot size you trade on that account really do count because you cannot trade a big lot on a small account and you say, okay, I want to put stop loss. Stop loss doesn't determine your lot size. Your lot size can be the one that may determine your stop loss, but your stop loss doesn't determine your lot size. So you must have already selected the best lot size for trading. Please, if you are joining, give a thumbs up and also subscribe. Give a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm not seeing you guys giving thumbs up. Look at the right, you see that love icon. Tap on it. Tap on it. Tap and share the live session together. Tap on it and share. Tap on it and share the live. I need to be sure you're getting value here. So, if you have a 200 USD account, as I said, trading a 0.03 is suicide. You are taking not a risk, but a very high risk because if the market goes against you in just a few pips, you're out. So you need to know the best lot size for that account. You need to know the best lot size for the account. So when you trade the best lot size, that is when your risk management works. That is where your risk management works. Now, look at this now. This is 0.03. If the market goes negative, before it gets to your SL, you're already out of the trade. You're already out. Now, the same trade, look at it, the same trade, let's say you're doing now 0.03. Now, if you're doing 0.03, Now you can see that out of the 200, you're now risking 27 USD. 27 out of 200. Now, this can be a little bit comprehensive. At least this is a little bit understandable, even if it's high. But 0.03, you are taking out already, even before it comes to your SL. So this is why you need to know that the lot size you select for your trading account has a long way to determine your risk management. So you need to know the best lot size to select even before you start taking the buy or the sell. You must know the best lot size to take before you tap that buy or sell, because that lot size has a long way to determine your sustainability on that trade or you're out of that trade. For those that just joined, you can see the market has already come down previously before it started going up. It came down before it started going up. So if you were on 0.3, which I'm going back now, 0.3, before this market came to this point here, somewhere around here, you are already fidgeting. You're already losing out, right? You're already losing out. That is almost 80% of that. Is, see, it came out here. That is almost 80% of your equity gone. Now, you might not have the ability to hold the position, but doing 0.03, you can see that you have only 14 USD to risk. Only 14 USD to risk, which means you still have more money to hold the trade, right? So selecting the best lot size is one thing you must do. You must do. So drop your account size and so I can recommend the best lot size for you. And as I said, anything below 200, please don't visit gold. If you're trading anything less than 200, don't visit gold. Gold is too volatile at this point. Gold is very volatile at this point. So you want to stay out of gold, because even the least 0.01, 0.01 can give you minus 300 now on gold. Yes, I've seen gold at plus 500 on 0.01. 0.01, holding it for like, was that a week or thereabout? So you need to be very sure you know what you're doing before you visit gold. Yes. So I wish I can start taking questions from you guys. I may come back to this live during the evening hours. Yeah, I think I should do this back in the evening hours. If you have questions, you do want to drop them in the comment section. If you're having challenge with your selecting the best lot size, drop in the comment section so I can advise for you the best lot size for your account and how you can trade it with your risk management. One thing is to know the best lot size to trade. Another thing is to know what your risk will be per trade. So you don't just trade, you also have a risk per trade. That is one thing you need to know. As I said, it's not just to trade, but also to have a risk target per trade. That is very, very, very important. So drop your questions in the comment section if there is any. And I hopefully may come back in the evening to do this better when we have a lot of persons ready for the live.